YouTube, welcome. Today I want to talk about this, the CB1000R. I have it 1 year now, so it's time for a quick review. First of all, I want to talk about, before I dive into the negatives and the positives, I want to talk about the changes I did to the bike. I had some questions from some people who wanted to know what modifications I exactly did, and I didn't do much. I just did some essential things that make the bike look a lot sexier and a lot more aggressive, and which totally changes the feel of the bike, the look of the bike. The biggest thing I did was, of course, the aftermarket slip-on exhaust from Yoshimura. I did some videos about that already, so I won't get into that too much. But the only thing I can say is that the weight difference comparing to the stock exhaust is huge. You immediately feel it when you ride it. Maybe 3 kilos lighter than the original. What else did I change? The ugly motherfucking spaceship at the back of the bike. So I replaced it by an RNG tail tidy, and it really looks not only tidy but very tighty, man. Tight ass. Look at this. Oh, it's a little bit dirty. Yeah, your tight ass is a little bit dirty. Ooh, I'm gonna rub it, girl. Gonna rub it. The other thing I did are the indicators. Those ugly, huge indicators, which are stock, are fucking ugly, man. That's why I changed it. And also in the front, you see, they look very nice, very cheap. So the most expensive thing was the exhaust. It was around 600 euros to put on the slip-on exhaust. I did it myself. So another thing I did is this. The belly pan, of how do you call it? And it gives the bike an more aggressive look. It's really, it really finishes the bike nicely. It's yeah, like I said, it's very tight. Ooh, it makes me want to rub it. Come here, little girl. If you compare it like to a girl, you have a girl with a big ass underpants. Does it look sexy? No, it doesn't. If you put on a string or hot pants, oh my god, the girl changes also. Her ass comes out. Yeah, that's what we boys like. What I also did is the crash protector from RNG. Yeah. I hope you can see it. I hope my camera is in the right angle, because I have no idea, no clue. So this is also something I did because, of course, I want to make sure if I drop the bike, this is not damaged. So that's the reason. But I heard it's better to use engine sliders, because when you fall with this and this sticks in the mud or the sand, and your bike starts to tip and to roll, and it's totally fucked up, man. Your bike is compressed to a little bubble. I think a bike doesn't need much more modifications. Let's talk about the negatives and the positive. First of all, I'm gonna start with the positives. So after 1 year, I have nothing to compare it with. I had never ridden another bike before, except for the bike from the driving school. That was an old CB 500 or 600, I don't know, a very old model, so I can't really compare to any other bike. I'm just gonna tell you my feelings about it. The throttle is very smooth, very gentle. The power delivery is very linear. You can go hard, you can go slow without being very jerky, like a jerk. Your back does not ache because yeah, you sit up straight. Typical naked bike. It's a very comfy bike. It's a very comfy bike. The sitting position is very natural. It still looks pretty nice, I think. It came out in 2008 in Europe, 2011 in the United States. They haven't changed a thing to the bike. It still is the same, except from some other colors, but I remember when it came out in 2008, it was very futuristic and everybody was, oh man, what the hell is this? So futuristic. But they did a great job about that. I really like the single swing arm. It looks still is very nice, very nice. It's one of my favorite things about motorcycles. The motorcycles with the single swing arm. The wheel pops out, makes the bike more aggressive, more sporty. It has plenty of torque. It's really made for torque. It has the retuned Fireblade engine, and torque is everywhere. The low ends, middle, in the middle, even in the high end, it can still pull. Compared to the nowadays the super naked bikes, it lacks power. But for a beginner like me, man, who cares? The fit and finish on this bike is very neat. Oh, everything is tucked away very nicely. No loose things that are hanging or popping out of it. It's all very tidy, very well put together. Yeah, and the engine is indestructible. Very good engines, very smooth. The good of the bike is that the range isn't that great. It only has a fuel tank of 14 liters, so it included the reserves. The brakes are good. They are Tokiko great brakes, Tokiko. But of course, you can't compare it to the Brembo brakes nowadays, and the Olin suspension is normal Showa suspension, I think. So it's a good suspension. You can adjust it in the front and the back. But it's all very basic. It's a basic bike. If you are into all the electronics, all the bells and whistles, traction control, wheel control, slipper clutch and all the other things, you don't want to buy this bike. If you look at the gauges, very simple. You have the indicator of the fuel, the, how do you say it, yeah, the revving shit, the speed, and that's it. More than that, it doesn't give you your range. That's also negative, maybe. Now it's time for some revving. We're gonna rev it. Ooh. You see how much wind it gives. People start to look, so I better stop.